It's Tuesday, one of the greatest days on planet Earth, and the great day to play the best types in Magic, the best tribes, and among the best tribes is Goblins. And I was looking at the top 10 in win rate, and look, Mono Red Goblins is ranking in at number 6. But if we click on that, if we go in, we can actually sort, and we can find Mono Red Goblin decks that are hitting 64, 63, 62% win rates. So let's play some awesome standard goblins. Let's go. Has Aetherdrift made goblins competitive? Welcome to the attic. I'm Mana Dad. This is the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena today, taking it to the ladder with some goblins. And I notice we get some new stuff from Aetherdrift here. We get the Burnout Bashtronaut, which is an awesome little 1-drop with Menace. It's going to start the engines. It's pumpable. At max speed, it gets double strike, which is great. We get Draconautics Engineer, which is great in the early game, great in the late game, giving stuff haste, giving making a dragon. And we even get like lands like Amonkhet Raceway that can start their engines. Lifecraft Engine is a vehicle that is also a goblin, technically. Hey, Dropkick Bomber, remember this guy? Kind of forgot about this guy, but we've got some pretty serious 3-drops here. And then throwing into whatever this is, Painter's Studio, Defaced Gallery. I don't know if I've even seen this card. I don't remember this from Duskmorn Limited, but it must have been there. When you unlock this door, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them until the end of your next turn. So that's for the 3-mana version of the room. And then the other room is 2 mana. Whenever you attack attacking creatures you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn. So that's, I mean, both of those effects seem pretty good in a goblin deck. Otherwise, some goblins you might remember from the past. Cacophony Scamp has never gone away. Fanatical Firebrand has been reprinted into Foundations, but this is the original Ixalan version. Runevelt Hordemaster, going all the way back to Dominaria United as a Goblin Lord for just 2 mana. Seer Slicer Goblin, also fairly new from Foundations, a 2/1 with Raid at the beginning of your end step. If you attack this turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature. So just going wide with goblins. Pretty low to the ground, just topping out really at 3 mana here. So pretty compact, pretty effective deck list. This is the deck list that had the 64% win rate. I guess the last thing to mention is Soulstone Sanctuary, which can become a 3/3 goblin if we start flooding out. How many lands are we running in this deck? Just 22 lands. So not the lowest, not the highest. Good amount of lands, I think, for best of 1 aggro deck, but not the most aggro. Really interesting deck list. Can we get the same 64% win rate results, or maybe even better? Stick around. It's Tribal Tuesday, Typal Tuesday, putting goblins to the test. Let's go.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Mana Dad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Mono Red Goblin aggro. You love to see it. We'd love to see it be good. But is it good? Is it as good as we hope? I think we'll go with start your engines. Teething Wormlet, okay. But may not have a lot of this could be like the artifact deck. Ozolith. Makes it a 3/3. It does make it hard for us to attack through. I guess we'll just attack with the Bashtronaut, keep going wider. Hopefully hit that third land eventually. Okay, now they have 2 blockers, and they're back up to 20 life. That's not nice. What can we do to get through here? And start to try and make our team flying. No attacks. They play Innkeeper's Talent. Okay, so they attack with a 5/6. I could throw some creatures right in front of this. I've got another Draconautics Engineer. Oh, no, I don't. I got another Seer Slicer Goblin. Is it worth removing the blocker? I think it might be. There's no good no good third blocker. And then more elves. Okay, here we go. So we do want to get to max speed. I think okay, let's do it this way. We'll send this little guy up in the air to be our sacrificial attacker, because then we'll make 2 other those guys, and we'll get to max speed. Got a pretty serious board now. See what Solomon has in store for us. Go back to cutting babies, Solomon. They're not attacking with the Wormlet. We should be grateful for that. Double plussing the Sentinel. Yeah, well, let's just keep making our goblins bigger. Making 2 3/3s a turn, I think that's a pretty good recipe. They can make some giant guys. Map, hit Paw Patch Recruit. What are they digging for? Just trying to hit a land drop? That is one very big Sentinel. I'm just going to block and get rid of that Llanowar Elf. Cycle an Ozolith, that was extra. Ooh, Soulstone Sanctuary. Goblin. Okay, at this point, they block the 2 Sear Slicers. We hit for potential. This lethal. Block the 2 Sear Slicers. That's 8, 12. That should be lethal. Not even including powering up the Lifecraft Engine, which would be even bigger, right? Might double strike her a little extra juice. Goblins! 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 There we go. Mono Red Goblin aggro up against Nibreel. Got some Nibreel estate on my tips of my pens. No 1-drops, but we go first. Yeah, let's keep it. Question is what we would start off with. Maybe whatever we start off with, they're probably going to remove, so Draconautics Engineer, if they don't remove it, we can play a 2-drop and give haste, like the Sear Slicer Goblin, potentially. If they do remove it, I don't know. Dropkick Bomber? Lifecraft Engine, just to be efficient. Looks like it's getting removed. Or they're reading the card. It does have a lot of text. First light. That hurts. It really hurts. But do a 3 toughness. Yeah, this will make a little goblin go our board here. Let's see, they would ostensibly be aggro if they're Gruul here. I'll patch a recruit. Joke's on you, opponent. We have absolutely 0 interaction. So let's definitely play the Horde Master pre-combat. And I think we can attack with everything. Oh wait, we didn't mean to attack with the Horde Master. Whoops. Forgot that gave it haste. Okay.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
All right, you're here for the punt. It's okay. We have 2 more buffers in hand. Questing Druid is trying to find, I guess they were looking for land. They found it. Nibreel. Gabriel's lesser known cousin, Nibreel. Obliterate that guy. That hurt, but yeah, I think we'll just do Lifecraft Engine. That doesn't die to removal. And yeah, no, let's not give them the easy trade here. Make the guy we lost. I think Potentially we have it in the bag because we can make, you know, stuff go flying. Hit them for 8. A Swift Spear. Do they have more blockers, or are they holding up removal? Is the question. 2 mana for removal or pump spells. It's not great, Bob. Could use Amonkhet Raceway to give Scamp haste. Pretty hard for them to block. Okay, they didn't have it. Got him, goblins. Up against Ashenhawk. Put your shin in hawk. It's a Shinhawk. Shinhawk going first. I hate to see it. Let's be cautious with the Scamp. You know what? Better the Scamp, I think, than the Bashtronaut. Hired Claw. Okay, is it going to be a race? It looks like it's going to be a race. In which case, what? I mean, I pretty much have to play the Seer Slicer Goblin. I got too many of them. Next turn I can double spell. They probably want to come downhill and attack. Almost definitely. The question is, are they going to remove the Seer Slicer Goblin? Oh, Screaming Nemesis. Okay. Not attacking with the Hired Claw. No blocks. Well, guess what? I have another option. They're tapped out, so yeah. Take 3 and I make a 2/2. What thinkest thou of that? Heartfire Hero. Buffs it up with the village. Yes. Okay, it's aggro deck versus aggro deck. They almost definitely have a pump spell. Do we force them to use it on the Hired Claw, or do we just take the damage? Maybe we just take the damage? They're the beatdown, right? We're supposed to block, I think. Make them use the monsters right now. Okay, okay. Well, let's get in for 3. And make a whole team of blockers. What do you think? Adding 12 power to the board. If we can not take 8 damage here, which is a big if, I think we can win on the crackback. Huh. Yeah, there's no good way to block either of these because they still deal the damage. So if they've got the pump spell, They'll use it on one of those guys. I mean, it is what it is. They got the pump spell, they win, but they went first. Tis what it is. C'est la vie. Just played a really long game against Control that you will not be seeing. Of course we lost, but it took the Control deck forever to turn the corner on us. And yeah, I think maybe once it seems like the Control deck should win, you're supposed to scoop just to save time. So if you want to keep ranking up, every once in a while, Control deck, you know, runs out of gas, and you take them though. That's the thing. That's the tricky thing. Okay, they go find an island. Turn 1. We could start our engines. Yeah, we'll do that. We can turn 2 with the engineer. If the old Bastro survives. Good. Got the silly lands. They soul partition the Bashtronaut. Fine. There's some kind of blue-white tempo? What would run soul partition? Surveil. Maybe passage. They're definitely playing to get to the late game. Guess if they got the counterspell, they're going to use it here, but tis what it is. Just keep smacking in. Jace the Perfected Mind, eh? Okay. Well, we got the Lifecraft Engine. Are kind of like the Howlsquad Heavy. That way we can send 1 damage here and 2 damage there. We'll still get our engine started. If they don't remove the Howlsquad Heavy, we're going to have some serious mana. Okay, well, the fact they're hitting it with that makes me think they're not going to remove it. Which means, let's do Engineer first. Bashtronaut. Tap for a bunch of mana. Ooh, they didn't counterspell. Everything's already hasty, so let's just play this. Aiming Goblin, of course. And do we just go face? I'm super worried about the Jace, yeah. Go face, not Jace. Hashtag. If you watch this game, put hashtag go face, not Jace. Little check to see if you're watching. Okay. I think this will probably be my last game. I'm gonna wrap it up and get it out for Tuesday. Uh-oh. Black. Let's lose 1 engineer. Starting the engines started. Black-white momentum breaker. Okay. So it's pixie deck. Goblin. No Pixie. Hey. What are the chances? Let's do Soulstone this turn, so just in case. And can we activate this? Sure, why not? They can remove one, but not the other. Okay. They just cease, and they take 5, down to 17. 2-3, Flying Vigilance, Hexproof. Okay. Welly, 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 well. If I activate this, oh, but that doesn't make a good attack for the Dropkick Bomber. Nowhere to run. The Dropkick Bomber. Dropkick Bomber, man. All attack. Kutsil's flanker. Gaining some life, sure. Which one are they blocking? That's the one I'm going to make a dragon with. All right. Hardcast Overlord of the Baelmerk. Not hit a creature? Or does? Metropolis Reformer. Okay. Well, don't have the best attacks. Let's just get in for 4. Play a Scamp and pass the turn. Opponent plays Metropolis Reformer, yes. And the Soul Guide Lantern. Really concerned about graveyard decks. Opts not to attack with the Baelmerk. We'll make another dragon. Another Scamp. We can Soulstone Sanctuary. Just kind of all attack. They eat one thing. But they're at 11. The dragons get canceled out by the Metropolis Reformer. I think they eat the Soulstone Sanctuary, but I don't think it really matters. This is where the deck having some monstrous rages might be nice. At 6. I will decline. If you're their opponent, okay, they sacrifice Momentum Breaker to gain 1 more life, sure. Decline. Play another Scamp. And now we're in pretty good shape for next turn, provided they don't top deck a temporary lockdown, which would eat our entire board. Like they got single target removal. Nope, they got it. Well, good game. All right. So how did we do? We went 3-7. 3-7, pretty abysmal. Goblins not stacking up with the meta. Split with Azorius. 100% against mono green, but otherwise just got wrecked by most of the meta. 100% against Gruul at least. Did get some bad draws there. Only 50% on the play. We did win one game on the draw. But yeah, and just under an hour, going 3-7, that is not going to rank you up. That is, in fact, going to rank you down. Or in this case, just leave us flat. Because we just hit the bottom of Platinum. When I was up in Platinum 3. Not too long ago, but I keep playing these experimental decks instead of ranking up. So I think I need to pick something else to rank up. But in terms of fun, Goblins looking good. For fun, I would just take out some more of these. I don't think you need all of these colorless lands. I think you would definitely want to put in Monstrous Rage and maybe even, some bolts or something to reach out and interact, so you can try to win some of these games that get real close like we got. That's my assessment of this deck. Hard to argue with the stats, though. I mean, there was already 100 games played. It had 64% win rate. 100 plus games, 64% win rate. So maybe this is just bad variance for the deck. Certainly seems unlucky to me. This has been Mana Dad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.